Hey everybody, it's writer and director Len Kabasinski of Killer Wolf Films, welcoming you to another episode of my Fist of the Filmmaker podcast. During these times, it's probably what you think it is. I talk about kind of my experiences, and I don't even want to call it indie film anymore, right? It's really not. It's micro-budget indie film, from what I've been dealing with in my lifetime in making micro-budget indie movies. So I feel like indie movies become a thing where, you know, you get budgets of hundreds of thousands of dollars and all this kind of stuff. I've never, ever sniffed anything like that in terms of a budget for a film I've done. So you want to know what the budget was for a film I did? Chime in on the comments on my YouTube channel. You know that my other one got canceled, but hopefully you go to my new one. It's at The Real Len K. Go there, subscribe, check out my videos and stuff. I appreciate it. Hopefully you are watching on my Patreon campaign. It is the very best way to support my works. It is patreon.com/killerwolffilms. The very best way to support my works, past, present, future, on Patreon. All my movies, podcasts, guest spots on other shows and things I've done. It's all on there. Hundreds of videos probably are on there by now, but go check it out. It's only $2 a month. Patreon.com/killerwolffilms. And we'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, and then these Fist of the Filmmaker shows, yeah, I kind of just talk about my experience in what we established, right? Micro-budget indie cinema. So I do have two newer projects kind of in development. They're really close to having scripts done. One, Demoniac has a script done. We're just kind of making sure the ending is doable kind of thing. I don't want to get too much into that, but that's for another show. But Demoniac does have a full script. I really like it. I did not write it. The co-writer, Eileen Haybear, hopefully that's how you say your name right there, or Herbert Haybear. Eileen wrote the script for that. It's really awesome. I really like it. I think it's really doable until we get to the final act. And then we got to decide, how's this going to be done? But who knows? AI, all this stuff. My friends, Matt from Salty Nerd Podcast, AI's, you know, here, Len, you got to get on the bus with that kind of stuff. And I'm really bad about that. I mean, I shot on mini DV for you know, 10 films. So, yeah, give me a break. But yeah. I think Demoniac, if we could just shoot it the way the script is, it'd be really awesome. I think that's going to be the goal, but it's always good to have options. So we'll see what's what there sooner than later. The professional wrestling slasher film, that's same thing. We get to the final act. It's not super doable. I had some people working on it, but I might have to just jump in, and if I want to finish it, I might just have to put my own spin on it and say, hey, I'm taking over the final act of the movie. I don't want to do that, but I also want to make it doable so we can get a project done. So between Fear the Crimson Mask and Demoniac, something will get done. Demoniac's much more doable, smaller, contained, cast and crew and things like that, and I can probably shoot most of it around my home in Erie, PA area kind of thing. So that helps too. So, but who knows? Who knows what'll shoot first? I'm kind of leaning towards Demoniac there, but we'll see. I have considered for the first time. I'd love you guys' input, so hit me at YouTube or Patreon on this in the comment section if you would. But I've never done this before. I'm considering it. I know a lot of indie micro-budget indie filmmakers do this, where they shoot like the opening scene of their picture, or they shoot. I get it, whatever they call it, a sizzle reel or whatever. I'm done. You'll never hear me say that again. I'm not doing that. But you know, what if I shot an opening scene to one of these films, you know, as kind of a fundraiser? Hey, this is what the beginning of this movie, or this is a scene from this movie or something like that, and put it out there as like something people can watch as a fundraiser kind of thing. What do you guys think of that? Like it? Not like it? Let me know. But I'm more receptive to doing something like that today. We'll see what happens. I think Fear of the Crimson Mask has a doable opening. We could shoot you know, without a huge budget just for the opening. Demoniac's got several scenes throughout I think are very, you know, doable, but if we want to do something, you know, eye-catching with the effects or something, that's a different story. But let me know what you think of that kind of stuff. Like it, not like it, let me know. But hopefully, circling back, as most people that are on my Patreon know, I've been putting up my older works in 4K upscales of some of my older films there. And Fist of the Vampire went up a couple months ago there. Wendigo, Bound by Blood just went up at the beginning of July in a 4K upscale. And that was shot on the old, I think, DVX 100A, you know what I'm saying? So Fist of the Vampire definitely was. when that was shot in '06, '07, whatever it was then. Yeah, but those have went up. Swamp Zombies 2 went up in the springtime. So I hope you check out the 4K upscales of it. And if you have, chime in and let me know what you think of them. Hey, this is cool. It looks better. Well, you know, let me know. So, but there's more on the way. Speaking of, that's what I was going to touch on in this podcast. I mean, we mentioned Wendigo just went up at the beginning of July. Usually every couple months I've been putting up a 4K upscale if they're, you know, ready and polished up. Matt from the Salty Nerd podcast was critical in helping me do these upscales. I think the next one's going to be Curse of the Wolf. I think that is, I have it in a 4K upscale. I think that's going to be the next one. I know it's one of my more popular films. I'm glad people still get a laugh out of it or enjoy it and stuff. I mean, the movie was shot almost 20 years ago. So yeah, I mean, that was shot on the DVX-100A2. It was the first film I did on the Panasonic DVX-100A. I bought that camera off of somebody that was doing motorcycle biker documentaries for the Discovery Channel way back then, 20 years ago. I think I bought it for $800, $1,000, something like that. It was pretty cheap at the time, you know. But it wasn't HD and those kinds of things. You know, ran on mini DV tapes, that kind of thing. So. But it's shot on that. It's shot all around the Erie area and kind of close to Erie County kind of area and stuff. But I'll get more into it with like a Curse of the Wolf podcast special kind of thing where I'll talk about that. But with Curse, I did feel we took a positive step from Swamp Zombies. I thought the look of the camera was better, something like that. I know people will say, Len, we bought that 4-pack. It's really popular. And if you get that 4-pack, which apparently sold really, really, really well for Echo Bridge Entertainment, I didn't see a penny of that. But yeah, and well, Brain Damage Films might have, but I didn't get any. So yeah, if you see it off of that, you're gonna be like, well, Len doesn't know how to use lights and blah blah blah. Well, no, it's the transfer. It's not my bad dude. I mean, yeah, no, I wasn't a wizard at lighting or anything like that, but we had lights, we had mics, we had everything on Curse of the Wolf. We didn't know super how to use them, but at the same time, yeah, we had all that stuff. Curse of the Wolf does not look nearly as bad as it does on that 4-pack Echo Bridge DVD, right? No Blu-ray stuff going on there. But yeah, it's really crushed, and it just looks really, really, really shitty on that 4-pack. I'm sure it's on other stuff because Echo Bridge was pumping out my films on all 8-packs, 12-packs, 4-packs, you name it. I know Fist of the Vampire, Wendigo was on one. Fist of the Vampire and Curse, I believe, were on a couple each there. So yeah, if you see it on that, yeah, of course it's going to look shitty. I'm telling you it looks shitty. But I'm saying it didn't look that bad, you know, when we're shooting it. So yeah, so don't go off of the old Echo Bridge 4-pack there with Fist and Cursed and I think Bungalow of the Damned or something else. There's whatever's on it. So I think the 4K upscale will do something for it. I think, I hope people check it out on Patreon and enjoy it. It's only being released there. I'm not saying down the road it won't go to a Tubi or anything like that. Probably will. I'd like to get the exposure back for those pictures, and even if I don't make a shit ton of money off of it, get it on Tubi and everybody can watch it. So my voice is a little shot, as you can hear. We just got back from Pittsburgh this past weekend at the Professional Karate Commission National Championships. In the first year of running my own dojo, Iron Phoenix Martial Arts, in beautiful downtown Erie. I think 6 competitors took home a total of 11 national championships. So, I mean, it was a good year there. So I myself only competed in weapons, black belt weapons this past season, and I did win that. So I have went back-to-back championships for PKC for weapons. I'm happy about it. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of travel. It's exhausting, as you can probably see in my voice and my face. But the tournament went really well. It was a tournament plus a banquet with our year-end national awards, and it was a good time. But you can hear my voice is a little shot from it. But yeah, this podcast mainly was about, hey, you know, Curse of the Wolf is coming, 4K upscale. I think back to it, I thought we took a step in the right direction from Swamp Zombies. Like I said, better camera was the big thing about it. And then, you know, I liked a lot of the stars we had in it. I loved Darian Kane was great. It was Darian Kane. It was Blue Meanie, who came, you know, from Swamp Zombies as well. and he got to do some pretty funny scenes. He got to do some comedy in Curse of the Wolf, and he's a funny dude in real life. He's a great dude. He's probably what you think he would be. He's just a big funny dude. And he gets to do some comedy in Curse of the Wolf. I won't spoil anything. But Pam Such was along for that one too. She was great. I think she did her first full nude scene, which she really just did topless stuff for Wave and stuff like that. But she did Curse of the Wolf, did a full nude scene there. That was kind of a first, I believe. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. But Lanny Poffo, the late Lanny Poffo, unfortunately we lost Lanny. About a year and a half or so ago, something like that. We lost Lanny there, so he was great. There are more stories with that when I'll do like I said, I'll do a Curse of the Wolf podcast special there and expand on that kind of stuff. But Lanny was really great. Some of the locations there don't exist anymore in Erie, where we shot most of the movie, like I said. We went to a lake to film some of it that was maybe 45 minutes from Erie or something. An associate producer had land, or his parents had land or something, so we could film it like a cabin, and there was a lake there and stuff. And so yeah, that's how that kind of got started anyways. But I'll expand more on that. But this podcast was really just me telling you guys, Curse of the Wolf is coming. It will come September 1st. Curse of the Wolf 4K upscale. That gives you Swamp Zombies 2, gives you Fist of the Vampire, Wendigo Bound by Blood, all 4K upscales right now on my Patreon. Curse of the Wolf. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Go to Patreon. Join for $2. Get some 4K upscales. They're downloadable. They're yours to keep in your video library. Watch when you want. I never take them down off of Patreon, so there you go. They're there. So stay tuned. I'm sure there will be a new. If you haven't, my birthday a few weeks ago, me and Joe from Ozone Late Night did Dead Heat, a special Forgotten Movie Den about my favorite movie of all time, 1988's Dead Heat with Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams. It's audio only, but go give a listen when you're bored or you're doing dishes or whatever, working around your house or your yard or whatever. Put on the podcast and check it out. I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, again, Curse of the Wolf, September 1st, 4K upscale. Check it out. So I'll talk to you soon, everybody.